Guys, welcome back to another installment of Pajama Talk here on Refreshing Motherhood. I am so excited to be sharing with you how I have cured my IBS naturally. So I am talking about irritable bowel syndrome, which is like the least fun topic ever. I was diagnosed with IBS when I was very, very young, and I've always struggled with stomach issues, and my doctors always say, well, don't stress, eat healthy, exercise, and that's how you can maintain it. But nothing ever really worked for me, and I thought I was eating healthy and trying to maintain my stress as much as possible, and I would have IBS flare-ups all the time, like all the time. And as I have now had my first baby and am dealing with some postpartum anxiety, all of that stress is just being exemplified, and my IBS flare-ups were happening like multiple times a week, sometimes every other day. They would get to the point where they would wake me up in the middle of the night, and I was just losing it, like overwhelmed with these symptoms, super uncomfortable, just in so much pain, and I didn't really know like what to do. There were so many times where I thought I was pregnant because I was so sick, my stomach was so bloated, and that's just not fun. So I actually accidentally figured out a way to completely like heal IBS, at least for me, naturally. If you are willing to put in some hard work and some determination, then I think you can see some serious results. And the bottom line, it comes down to the secret is your diet. And I know that sucks, and I know that's what your doctor says, but specifically finding what is triggering your IBS. So I have been doing an elimination diet for my daughter because I am still breastfeeding, and she is actually having a lot of tummy issues, and I decided to do the elimination diet to really figure out and nail down what exactly is causing her issues. And a pleasant surprise, my issues have completely disappeared. So I have cut out eggs, gluten, dairy, beans and peanuts and other legumes and things like that in doing this. So it took about 3 to 4 weeks for my body to feel like completely normal and free of everything. So when I started this diet, I assumed like right from the get-go I would be feeling totally different, that my baby would be feeling totally different, but it really took a while to flush our systems out. Once my system was completely flushed, I felt amazing. My bloating was gone. I have not had an IBS flare-up in I can't even tell you how long. And I've been able to eat multiple times a day, not even have like any heartburn or anything. My bowel movements have been regular and consistent and predictable, and that is something I have not been able to say like my entire life. So basically, what I'm telling you is that if you have stomach issues, if you have IBS, then you need to find out what your trigger is. And it might not be the typical trigger that people say like, oh, avoid spicy food. Well, I can eat spicy food and not have any problems. But if you have an idea, like it seems like every time I eat pasta with a cream sauce that my stomach really hurts. So maybe you need to cut out dairy and see if that is something that is affecting you. If you really want to figure this out and you're really determined, then doing an elimination diet like I did might be the route you want to go. I think that it's really hard to cut out everything at one time. I dropped a bunch of weight. I didn't feel super great in the beginning because I lost a lot of calories and I was having a hard time finding them in the things that I could eat. And so maybe if you cut out one thing at a time, just know it's going to take you a little bit longer. But basically, I think that if you have IBS, you probably have some type of intolerance to some type of food that your stomach is just having a hard time processing, your body's having a hard time processing, and it's causing you to have these flare-ups and this discomfort with your gut. But if you really focus on putting good quality, healthy things in your gut and focus on finding what your trigger is, you can feel so much better. And honestly, I never thought, like it sounds so simple, but because I've actually lived through this and seen like the night and day difference, I've truly seen how much better it is and how important it is to figure that out and really be aware of what you are putting into your body. So I hope that this was kind of helpful for you. I don't know if it was, but I just think that IBS is something that I always thought was kind of like a cop-out, like you don't know what my real issue is, so you're just labeling it IBS. But it's more of like a sensitivity, like you just have a sensitive stomach. And if you can help that and feel better and feel good all the time, like I feel so much more normal now, and it's so, so nice. So I hope that if you have IBS, you can take this into consideration and really start journaling and documenting what you're eating to figure out what might be causing you those flare-ups, and really be consistent and diligent with it. And it's probably gonna suck for a couple months, but once you're on the other side and you figure out what the problem really is, it's gonna be so, so worth it. So thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope that you can be encouraged, and I hope that this can be helpful. I will see you in my next one. Bye guys. I wanted to kind of share some tips on how to plan and organize and throw a really special birthday party for them